Hi guys, Alexi here with your weekly dose of retro news. For as long as it's retro and within the realm of gaming, best believe we'll compile it so you can enjoy it. This week we're taking a look at yet another custom console built by a hardcore gamer, and a couple of retro re-releases that could be making their way to your gaming stations much sooner than you think. But before that, make sure you're subscribed and click on the bell icon so you'll always know when the latest retro news drops. Now let's get into it. First off, we're taking you back to 1987, when Sega released a very cool side-scrolling platform game named Alex Kidd. Different Alex, but still very cool. This came out on the Sega Master System console and was first released in Japan the year before. It's become a classic since, and now we're getting a spiritual remake in the form of Monkey Lad by Erock. It comes complete with all the platforming goodness that you've come to know and love. From the catchy soundtrack to its smooth platforming, all the way to its tight side-scrolling action. This is a reboot worth checking out. It's set to be released on the Commodore Amiga and is still pretty much a work in progress. But given how things look in its current demo, it's safe to expect an enjoyable, nostalgic time with this one. Now we're still pretty much stuck in 1987. I know it was a pretty sweet year for gaming and for action in general. Speaking of which, we just might be seeing a new modernish port for a classic from that very year. We're talking about Contra, or Grisor, for those who owned a ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, and Commodore 64. It's arguably one of the best run-and-gun, side-scrolling action games ever created, regardless of whether you use the Konami code or not. Niso Games is also behind Super Delivery Boy, is making that legendary attempt to bring this classic to the Amiga. We're not entirely sure if this game is going to be turned into a full Contra experience, but from what we see so far, things are looking pretty good. It's also thanks to the very capable Scorpion engine that gives the potential remake a very polished, yet classically retro look. Will the cheat still be usable? Well, we'll have to wait and see. We've had our fair share of new consoles over the past few weeks. Some were official releases, and others were custom built by fans who thankfully had a lot of free time to make our dreams come true. This time, we're taking a look at the world's first Gameboy DMG Advance, a very intriguing little contraption from popular YouTuber Obirux. You can call him the Game Boy Guru, given the mods and customizations he's done for the classic Nintendo handheld, and his creations keep getting better each time. Having the original dot matrix format on a horizontal handheld console is an interesting concept, and good old Obirux never fails to impress. It all starts with him hand-modifying two original Game Boy shells, slapping on an IPS display and adding something that us 90s kids wish we had back then, a backlight. Now this may be a Game Boy Advance in form factor, but you'll only get to play the classic old school games, which is still great to be honest. Having the option to relive old school titles like Super Mario Land, Batman, and the original Pokemon Red and Blue on a much clearer, brighter display is a vibe to say the least. Given Obirux's track record, we're looking at maybe an updated Game Boy Color. What do you guys think? As for now, let's just hope Nintendo picks up these innovations. Our classics need some love. Well, there you have it, your weekly retro news. Still very hot and super fresh. Do you have any news you'd want us to cover? Let us know down in the comments. And as always, don't forget to like the video to help us out just a little bit. Again, I'm Alexi, and I'll catch you again all next time.